We've got some breaking news now. Let's bring in my colleague Andrew Clennell, and it's on the Clubs New South Wales boss.
Landis is gone. A statement just in front of me from Clubs New South Wales says, Clubs New South Wales has met today to discuss the comments made by CEO Josh Landis yesterday. After careful consideration, the board has made the decision to end Mr Landis's employment with Clubs New South Wales with immediate effect. The board acknowledges Josh Landis's exemplary service to the industry over more than 15 years through some very difficult times. We genuinely wish him all the best on his future endeavours. The board will consider its next steps and has no further comment at this point in time. Quite an extraordinary turn of events here, Kieran. He was away on holidays while the clubs and pubs movement was fighting the Perrottet government over summer over this cashless gaming card, but otherwise he's been a fierce warrior in relation to it. He made the decision to return a phone call from a Sydney Morning Herald reporter yesterday. The Herald's been campaigning on the cashless cards. Josh Landis hasn't really engaged with them. Yet late yesterday afternoon, he spoke to this reporter, Lucy Cormack, and he said that Dominic Perrottet was acting out of his conservative Catholic gut in terms of policy on this matter. Dominic Perrottet's come out and harshly criticised him, as have many others. You had Michelle Rowland, the federal minister, on the program before for what's been termed unacceptable and even sectarian comments. And now the hand of the clubs have been forced. And you've yourself pointed out during the show, Kieran, there are Catholic clubs that are part of that club's movement. The comments were clearly just unacceptable. But, gee, I bet he wishes he never called that journalist, Kieran.
Yeah, indeed. And we were talking about it earlier in the day, almost gobsmacked at the sort of language, knew it would be a story. And when you look back at the reaction from the Premier, which I think was entirely reasonable, his response, it was offensive. And, well, the outcome, we've seen it, the apology, the grovelling apology, now the dismissal.
I just find one of the most bizarre things about this for me is that Josh Landis is of Jewish heritage. He would rail against anti-Semitism, and yet he's chosen in this conversation with the journalist to bring up the Premier's faith. And how would Dominic Perrottet have ever met the CEO of Clubs New South Wales again? You can see why the board's made the decision that it's made. His position was, as Alex Greenwich, who I think you're about to have on the program, the independent MP, said, pretty untenable after he'd made that remark. And talk about setting yourself in flames, metaphorically speaking, on the spot with one phone call to a journalist. Extraordinary.